Thank you, Ed, for taking the time to spend with us this morning and for creating your presentation that you're going to be sharing with us. So take it away, Ed.
Okay, well, thank you. First of all, it's my pleasure to be doing this. I know in business today, it's really hard to define, what can really get you the most bang for your buck. And pardon me, I've got a few things here that I would like to go over and show you how you can do that. But first, Nancy, if you and George both could tell me what business you're with, so I have a little bit better understanding.
Absolutely, Ed. I am with Thrive, that's THRYV, and we are a SaaS company, okay? We bring software to small and medium-sized businesses as a service.
Okay, great. And George?
Hi, Ed. Not to be confused with Steve. Again, I apologize. Yes, sir. I have a small business I run out of my home. It's called Practical Product Solutions. I'm a product developer and an inventor. So that's what I do.
Okay, so the clear video camera in the middle of your screen.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about that. Too bad I'm not that techie.
Well, I can hook you up with some people that are. Maybe we can get this done. Okay, so I'm sure you both use websites. Pardon me. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you a few things that you can do to help your business along. And some of these things you may already know, and some of these you may not, but nonetheless, we'll just go ahead and share them. And I've lost my chat. I want to be able to. Pam, do you know when this thing goes down? I don't use Zoom on a regular basis. I use something else. You're muted. Okay, well then I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute. Oh, I see the chat. Okay, sorry. What I want to do is share this with you because this is a free service, and it's SEO Checker Tools. Basically, what it's going to do is analyze your website to see how your website is for SEO. And it's a free service that we offer, but it is something that should be done on every website. I'm sure Nancy would agree with that. Being in the business, y'all know how important websites are to get business. And if your site's not up to speed, then you're just not going to win the race. I like to say that we're in this race for market share. And I call it the market share 500, simply because you've got all kinds of businesses out there, and we need to win whatever it is our niche is in that market share race. And the only way to do that is with a good, solid website. So what I would like for you to do is go ahead and click the SEO Checker Tools and fill out where it says click here for a free report, and put your website in, put your information in. And during our conversation, this will scan your website and return some results to you via email, okay, so that you can take a good look at it. But what you will see is something similar to this. And this is the reports that you will get. This is on a client of ours in New York. But it's going to show that how your site is performing currently. And then it'll actually break out some of your strongest competitors based on your the keywords.
Me, Ed. We are only seeing your first screen. We're not seeing the rest.
Oh, okay. Well, let me do that again. Okay, do you see it now? Nope. Do you see it now?
Yes, yes, we did.
Okay, All right. Sorry about that. It's probably when I click the chat button. Okay, so it shows your site performance, the number of errors, your warnings, and basically the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And as you scroll down, it not only shows yours, but it shows your strongest competitors according to the keywords that you put in. And some of these are going to be surprising, like Merriam-Webster. Well, demolition, I guess people look up demolition a lot at Merriam-Webster. Because this company that I pulled up is a demolition company. That's what they do. So that's why that keyword has shown up. But when you're doing a search on the web, if Merriam-Webster pulls up on, ahead of you, well, that may not be what people are looking for. They may be wanting you instead of them. So we need to try and get ahead of them. And then it'll also go into Alexa with all the site visits if you've had enough, and with this particular company, they have not. And then social media platforms, those compared to the competitors. So it gives you a really good
Steven,
snapshot.
did they
Yes.
make any comments when they were trying to decide on why they went the way they did or anything?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Okay.
Ask again. Can you ask your question again?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think she doesn't realize that she's
Yeah.
Oh, I see. She's not
she's
talking to
on,
me.
but I don't think I'll mute.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. So then it gets down into the SEO factors that influence the search engines, how you're doing on the home page, what kind of trust levels you've got going on. All of this is important to Google and getting good searches. So this will give you a good snapshot. One of the first ones that we take a look at, though, is this one, and that is the mobile speed score by Lighthouse. And basically we pull it in to see how you're doing on mobile, because if you're not doing well on mobile, which this company is not, you're not going to be found. Even if they do get to your site through the searches on page 10, because of your slow speed, once they get there, if it doesn't load fast enough, they're going to bounce off. So mobile site speed is critical in today's SEO. And then it'll take you through the technical issues on your site as well, whether it's pages not found or server issues or whatever it may be, and let you know that you need to fix it. It'll also give you the details on which pages are slow. So if we get in a little deeper, it gives you the laundry list of pages that you need to take a real good look at. Okay. So that report, again, you'll be receiving it. It'll be in PDF form. And pardon me, for everybody that does this, that participates in this, you will get a free keyword research subscription. And ours is different than most people. Keywords, as you may or may not know, are extremely important on your website to deliver the search. Just like demolition for Gramercy is important to use, there are other keywords that they should be using as well. And I'm going to give you a really good example. We're going to type in auto insurance here. And we're going to see that there's 201,000 global searches for auto insurance. Okay, now we can define this to the state of Florida, we can refine it to Fort Myers, we can refine it to Estero if we want to, but just for demo purposes, you see the 201,000 for auto insurance. Now, most insurance companies on their pages have auto insurance on their website because that's what the industry says that they should have. However, if you go down to the next line and you see what people are actually searching for, there's a million more people searching for car insurance than there is auto insurance. So This will tell you that you really need to use, if you're an insurance agency, car insurance on your site in addition to the auto insurance. So this is a tool that you will receive free if you do the SEO audit on your website. Now, in addition to getting suggestions, you can also spy on your competitors' websites. And here's one that I put in for IHWA. This is a competitor of theirs, Executive Home Watch, and these are all the keywords that people are actually searching to find their competitors. Okay, so if you can see what keywords your competitors are using and people are searching them, then you can outmaneuver them. You can define the proper keywords that you want. You can take some of theirs if they're appropriate for you. And if they're a competitor, a lot of them are going to be. But this will help you in determining what kind of content is should be on your site, right? Your competitors combined with what people are actually using. Are there any questions so far? I'm not sure that I like everybody being muted.
Hi, Ed. I don't have any questions. It's pretty clear. And just so you know, I filled out the form and I sent you my information, my website information.
Okay, great. Then you'll be receiving an email back with a PDF, and then we'll get you set up for the keyword research tool afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next step that needs to be done is Google My Business. This is one of the most simple things that can be done. If you have not claimed your account for Google My Business, you need to do that. The first thing that you do is basically set up a Google account if you don't have one, and then go to the business page and do a search for your company and claim your business. And then when you get in there, just like with the chamber, you can add photos, and of course it's going to give the directions and all of that information, but you are in direct control of everything that people see on Google My Business. If you don't claim this, then Google will kind of populate it with stuff that they think probably is about you. And sometimes they're really good at getting the right information, and sometimes they make mistakes. So if you haven't claimed this, definitely claim it. Then the next tip about Google My Business is you are allowed to post. They want to say it's a form of social media, and it's really not. It's basically to let people know what's going on in this knowledge panel. But if you post on a regular basis, and that's like twice a month, if you post twice a month here, you will get more action from Google when people do a search for your name, simply because you're working it and you own it and you verified that you're the owner, right? So definitely do the posts. And you think there was did I see a COVID thing on here? That must have been taken off. Okay, never mind. I won't confuse the issue. Okay, the next thing that we do is Bing for Business. Does everybody know that Bing has a place for business as well?
No.
Yeah, they do. So the Estero Chamber of Commerce is here. And when you type in your name, you might be here and you might not be there. But you need to claim your business on Bing's Places for Business directory. And let me send you this link just so you've got it.
And do you think many people use Bing as a search engine or?
About 1 billion a month.
Oh, okay.
Now, granted, it's not nearly as strong as Google,
Yeah,
but I don't care where they come from,
yeah.
right? I mean, I don't care because a lot of people search Bing and they don't even realize it, especially those who have Windows devices.
Uh-huh.
You know, Bing is the default search engine, and people will say, well, I'll Google you, but really they're Binging you.
Oh,
So,
okay. Gotcha.
yeah. So definitely get set up there. And then there's another service that we do offer that I'm going to send you a link to so that you can at least see how you fare. And basically, this is a scan that is going to, once you put your business name and information in there, it's going to tell you how your business looks in all of these categories. Again, I'm using the Estero Chamber of Commerce, but it's going to show Google Maps, Yelp, Bing, Foursquare, Facebook, Yellowbot, and then all the way down the list. These are some of the strongest directories in the world, and that's why we utilize them. If you are here, then your SEO search is stronger. Now, there's other companies out there that offer similar services. Yext is one of them. And there's a couple more. So I would say definitely look into all of them, but at least do the free scan so that you can see how your business is looking. Because with SEO, if you have one address, just like with the chamber, when they moved from the Estero Executive Center to where we are now, the address changed. And we had to go in and change the address so that all of this would be populated and synced and not showing the old address.
Mhm.
And that affects all the maps, all the GPS coordinates, you know, anything. And then the next thing that can really help you, especially with voice search, because it's here, it's been here for a while, is the voice optimizer. You've got to submit your businesses to Google Assistant, Cortana, Alexa, Bixby, and Siri. And there are ways, again, there are ways to do that. Our system will allow us to add voice FAQs to the searches. So if somebody says, how many times a month does the chamber meet? If that's an FAQ, then Pam can write it out so that Siri will say, well, the chamber meets twice a month on blah, 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 right? So they get the customized answers, you know, that the chamber will set. Any questions about data and how it affects your searches? No? Okay. Well, then the next thing I would highly recommend, we used these not too long ago, but these are explainer videos. And let me send you this link simply because you won't be able to hear the audio on what I'm doing here. You can check those out. Basically, the explainer videos do exactly that. They just explain what's going on. The hand writes out the script for you, and it's very easy to read, easy to hear because there's nothing else behind it, no music, anything like that. Now, when we first started doing these, you know, I was really unsure on the results because I look at them, but how many other people do? And we did a test, Nonstop Fitness, on this explainer video. It was a test on Facebook. They had 36,000 people over the course of a month. And this is an ad campaign that they ran. They spent $400, but they reached 36,000 people. We did another campaign on a static ad, and while the reach was about the same because the criteria was the same, the post engagements were totally different. Post engagements on the static ad were down here in the hundreds. And you can see that the activity on this is phenomenal. Plus, you get the clinks, listen to me, link clicks back to your website. So the response rate on these types of videos are really, really strong. What I like about it is the post engagement. You get to see your brand, you get to showcase your brand and whatever information that you're giving across there to an enormous number of people for just a little bit of money. And then you also get the return on the clicks. So now this one, the second one is Dr. Cool. And they ran this over an 8-day period. This was a recruitment ad. And the recruitment ad, as you can see, got 6,000 people, but the post engagement was 2,600. And they got 93 resumes over an 8-day period. So if you're looking to get any kind of really good traction to your website, this type of video in social media works very well as well. Once they get to your website, how do you get them to respond? One of the newest widgets that we have, and other people have them too, so please check them all out, is this one that bounces up and down here. It gets me to tap it, and then you get to hear what Dr. Cool's Sally has to say. Once you start filling this information out, depending on your answers, you can set it up so that it takes different avenues. If you have a yes or no answer and they answer yes, you can take them over here. And if they answer no, you can take them over there. So let me type this in so you can at least hear what Dr. Cool is saying at some point. But this type of widget is very strong in assisting for conversions, because conversions is something that you really have got to have once you get them to the site. Because there's nothing worse than a lot of people coming to a website and, well, you don't hear from them. Did they call me? Did they fill out a form? Maybe. How can we get them to help? Those are my tips. I know I'm short on time, so anybody that has any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, Ed, this is George. Yeah, I don't really have any questions, but thank you for educating me and kind of getting into the nuances of some of this technology. I appreciate that. And it looks like your service looks like it's most useful, particularly SEO. And I'm looking forward to that report that you'll send my way. So thank you.
Good, absolutely.